and welcome to today's segment focusing on the Academies of La Jolla ISD. I'm Belinda Garcia, your host today, and I am joined by the Academy Directors from Palmview High School, Mr. Luis Bocanegra and Ms. Rebecca Sepulveda. So welcome, guys. And we're here, of course, to inform the community and inform our parents, our students, of what is offered here at La Jolla ISD. So, Mr. Bocanegra, I'll go ahead and start with you. You are the director of the T-STEM part. Can you explain what that means?
Yes. The T-STEM Academy at Palmview High School focuses mainly on 3 career pathways: engineering, biology, and through the biology strand, we're also able to offer health science. So any student that's interested in engineering, biology, or health science has the ability to apply for the T-STEM Academy at Palmview High School.
Okay, and so that differs a little bit from the Ford NGL side. So can you explain what the Ford NGL model is and what you represent?
Ford NGL is a Ford Next Generation Learning, and we have 2 pathways that go through the Ford NGL. One of them is the auto technology, which is a transportation distribution, and the other one is education and training. And basically the model is to train students for a pathway to a career choice.
Okay, and so we have a lot of academies here at La Jolla ISD. Of course, y'all are representing Palmview High School, but there's a lot of misconception on who can join an academy. So is this just for first generation students? Is it for non-first generation? Mr. Bocanegra, I'll go ahead and let you explain.
Any student that wants to join the Academy has the ability to apply once we start our recruiting season. There are no prerequisites. The academies are open. They're academies of choice. They're schools of choice. We follow the school within a school model, so every student that wants to apply has the ability to do so.
Okay, and so the recruiting starts later on in the fall, so we'll be going to every middle school, we'll be hitting the different high schools as well. What are some of the advantages, Ms. Sepulveda, of joining an academy?
Being in the academy, you start designing what it is that you want to do for your future. What pathway do you want to take? Like I said, we have it auto technology, and which is transportation distribution, or education and training. Students choose which pathway they want to follow, and then they start gearing all their classes and all their assignments start going towards that pathway that they have chosen for their career.
Okay, and so one of the advantages of joining an academy, of course, is the specialized, I guess, teaching sort of module, but is also the dual credit courses that they can take. So, Ms. Sepulveda, I know that you're very familiar with those courses and what students can take advantage of.
Oh, any of the students that are in the academy can take advantage of taking the dual credit courses. STC, South Texas College, has been our partner for quite some time, and they have started to come to our campuses. So we have the classes available to our students right there at our campus, where they do not need to travel, and all the classes are free of choice. They're free. The books are free. The building, anything that they need will be without cost to the student.
Okay, and so I know that you went over some of the advantages of taking a dual credit course. Mr. Bocanegra, what are some of the other advantages that is, of students joining these courses? Can they obtain an associate's degree, or how many credit courses can they obtain?
So what we do is we align the courses that the students are taking towards either an associate's degree of science, in my case, or in Ms. Sepulveda's academy, we would align it to an associate's degree in education. So depending on the career choice that the student is trying to follow, we align them in that aspect of classes so that they are placed in a pathway to earning that associate's degree. Now, it does take a lot of time and effort on the side of the student to ensure that they do complete the full associate's degrees. We do have the resources available for them to do so. We have the classes, like Ms. Sepulveda mentioned, that we do offer after school. Our classes are offered, like she mentioned, free of charge. And depending on the choices the students want, not all students are required to complete an associate's degree, but if that is the student's goal, then what we do is we advise them through their degree plan. We ensure that they're familiar with their online platform of JAGNet and DegreeWorks, so that the students become self-aware and they advocate for themselves as far as the classes that they're needing to take. We also bring in a representative from South Texas College at least once a month so that they can receive actual college advising from a representative from South Texas College. And that's thanks to our partnership with South Texas College. We're able to tap into that type of resource. but also our students are South Texas College students. If they have any questions on their degree or any type of assistance that they need, they can go to the campus themselves and acquire that information from a South Texas College employee also.
Okay, and again, you mentioned the partnership that La Jolla ISD has with South Texas College. Dr. Shirley Reed has been very, very instrumental in getting those resources to our students, not only at the Pecan campus or Westlaco, et cetera, but we also have a campus here in La Jolla where our community can take advantage of those services as well. So I know that we talked about the dual credit courses, and we talked about the specific sort of education that our students go through should they go into an academy. What are some of the projects that our students can look forward to or look to get into, either Ms. Sepulveda or Mr. Bocanegra? I know you all have different sets of students, so we'll go ahead and start with you.
Well, with us, in the auto technology, our students are working with Mr. Jaime Malanis, where they will learn how to build an engine. They will learn all the aspects that go with it. And through the education and training, one of the projects that they work very close with Benson Elementary. They travel over there, they work with the teachers, they work with the students, and they do one-to-one with the students. And then they also, at the very end of their 4 years, they will also be presenting a lesson, and they will be running a classroom.
Okay, and on the T-STEM side?
In T-STEM, we have our engineering teacher. His name is Mr. Jose Garcia. Mr. Garcia is a former manufacturing engineer, so he is coming already from the field of engineering. Some of the projects that he's working on right now having to do with solar panels and solar energy. So our students are engaging in testing where they have small solar panels, and they're using those solar panels to power small engines. Those are just a few projects that they're working with in the engineering classes. They're also getting guidance into working on an online software that's called SolidWorks. SolidWorks is an engineering software that is used by most engineering firms, I believe state and if not nationwide. So those are some of the initiatives that we're starting through our engineering pathway. As far as our health science pathway, our students, as they enroll in their upper level courses or their practicum courses, they begin their practicum hours, and our goal through those practicum courses is to ensure that our students get their industry certifications. So our health science students are able to obtain a certification in phlebotomy, patient care technician, EKG, CPR, and first aid. And all of those certifications are provided by the district at no charge. The students do receive all the type of training that they need, and they also volunteer their time at a local nursing home where they try to create that experience even more lively for them. So those are the types of projects that we're working on. And then of course, we embed all of those into our senior capstone project, which our seniors are going to be presenting throughout the school year so that they can showcase what they have been doing during the past 4 years at our academies.
Okay, and I know that we talked about the industry certifications, phlebotomy. We've talked about the experience that they have as going to Benson Elementary as teachers, or if they're going into the education field. And so the goal of La Jolla ISD is to make sure all of our students, once they graduate La Jolla ISD, they're either college, career, military, or workforce ready. So any industry certifications, any associate's degree that they happen to obtain here at La Jolla ISD, of course, is going to serve them in the long run. So this is a great service that La Jolla ISD, of course, has business partners throughout the valley, really. We had a business partner last year have our students go to the industry sites. Remember that, Mr. Bocanegra?
Yes, that was
yes, and so they got to see firsthand our business partner work here at our district. Can you tell us just what the experience was like for the kids?
Yes, so the partnership is with Ethos Engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Gonzalez, the professional engineer from Ethos Engineering, was able to come to our campuses. He presented the plans which were used to upgrade the HVAC system at our Fine Arts Auditorium here in our district. After he presented the plans, he was able to show our students how the plans went, the progress of not only constructing the machine or how it worked, but how it is also controlled online. After he demonstrated those, the project and the plans at the campus, we traveled to La Jolla Fine Arts Auditorium, where Mr. Gonzalez, along with some district personnel, were present to show the students how the project went from paper all the way to its execution here at the Fine Arts Building, and how technology is integrated into all of the components. So it's not necessarily that they work in isolation. Mr. Gonzalez was able to show how he worked with our district personnel in charge of facilities and other areas here in our district, so that they worked in a group, which is also part of things that we promote. We promote building skills for students to become 21st century skill workers as well. So that was a very neat experience, which wouldn't have been made possible had we not had that partnership with Ethos Engineering.
Right, and we got to see the partnership with the outside business partner coming into our school district, but our school district itself works as a business partner, and they've been we've had some students go to Benson Elementary, and I know that they've won awards with their bulletin boards and different things that they've learned at the campus. Can you tell us what some of the students have said about their experience, Ms. Sepulveda?
We've had some students that have gone into the academy and their first impression is, well, I wasn't sure what it was. And then once they get into the academy and then they start going to Benson Elementary, working with the students, they come back and they have said, you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to be a special ed teacher, or I want to be a diagnostician, I want to be a counselor. They have experienced a one-to-one and they have made a choice because they were able to see it and be around it and have first hand, a one-to-one hands experience. We've also had students that have come back and said, this is not really what I want to do, but I still want to continue in the education field and substitute while I go to school and get a career and another pathway. And that's okay, because they are high school students and they're still in the learning process and they're still trying to discover what exactly they are going to want to do for their future. And with the auto technology, it is a NATEP certified, so our students will be getting their national certifications gear in maybe brake suspensions, or it could be engine suspensions, or it could be air conditioning. Any certification they received through the auto technology will be a nationally certified and recognized certification.
Right, and that's something that not all school districts here in the Valley, or actually even in the state, do. So that's something unique to La Jolla ISD. It's unique to being an academy student. So if you have a student, if your son or daughter want to join an academy, and of course we look at the 8th grade students going into their freshman year, that's when they officially join an academy and they go through their 4 years of high school. Where do they contact you, or how do they get more information, guys?
Well, the first thing they probably need to do is contact their middle school counselor.
Okay.
Talk to the counselor. We will be going to the middle schools and we will be taking the applications and we will be talking to the students, and we will have a PowerPoint and explain to the parents and to the students what the academies are. But they first want to start by asking their counselors questions, and when we will be there to service them.
Okay, and is there a phone number where they could reach your academy office should they have questions about your specific academy?
Yes,
Okay.
The number at our academy office at Palmview High School is 956-323-2889, and we do want to encourage the community to reach out if there's any questions, anything that we can better clarify for you. There's a lot of opportunities that are available here in La Jolla ISD for our students. All we need to do is reach up that phone perhaps, or stop by the campus if you have the time. Ask for Mr. Pulveda or for myself. T-STEM is one of many college career readiness school models that are designated by the Texas Education Agency. So this is something that we are proud of. This is our 3rd year of designation. So we do follow strict guidelines set forth by TEA, and we do ensure that the students receive the maximum quality of education that we can offer for them.
Right. And so there you have it. It's a quick overview of what the Academies of Palmview High School are all about. If you want more information, or you want to see pictures, or you want to just see what goes on at the campus level, or what experience they're getting, they also have a Facebook, right, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and what's the page for that?
The Facebook page is PHS Academies. You can search through Facebook, the Academies of PHS. We're also on Twitter, Academies of PHS. So any of that information that we do relate to our students is also posted online through our social media pages.
Okay. All right. And if you all have any questions, we do have an office here at Central Office where you can call for any of the academies at La Jolla ISD, and that number is 323-2295. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much for joining us. Y'all are doing an awesome job at PHS, and we can't wait to see what the Lobo Nation is going to come up with next. So we thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, we'll see you later.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you.